Greetings, I'm Dorothy Cole, and I'm really excited to show you our project. Let's begin. Energy medicine rocks, and a lot of people don't know about it, so that's our project. We want to show doctors and medical professionals what quantum biofeedback can do. You probably haven't heard of quantum biofeedback. You may have heard of biofeedback. This is the technology that takes you to the future, except it's right now. Think USS Enterprise, think Star Trek. This is how it works. You have a device called the SCIO, a unique person, and a practitioner. Based on a person's name, date of birth, and place of birth, a QBF device, or a SCIO device, is able to find or recognize the energetic blueprint of each person in our universe, hence a unique person in the holographic of all energies. Everything on our planet has a frequency, a vibration, an energetic signature. So that includes bacteria and worms and plants and animals and emotions and allergies and all of that. So what we're going to do in a biofeedback session is strap you up, put little straps around your wrists, ankles, and around your head, and then connect you to the SCIO and a computer. And this sends energy frequencies to you that help balance your stressors and make you feel better. It's that simple. It's like a cell phone. It's like there's a transmitter and a receiver in each of us, and there's one in the device, and that's how it does it. This is how it works. In some of my cases that I have worked with, I want to show you this machine down here, you see, and then it's connected to the computer and into the individual. I had a subspace. This is long distance remote healing. Spiritual healers do this kind of work all the time. Now we can do it with technology, like a cell phone. So I had a client who had a toxic vaccination. I had another one who was my mother, had a paralyzing stroke on her left side. When she had the stroke, my dad called me and told me they brought in a hospital bed, full-time 24-hour care nurses. You know, they're turning her over, feeding her, all that stuff. And I did a session with her permission, and she said, she called me the next day, left side had been paralyzed, she could now move her left arm. She said, do more. So I said, okay, I'll call you tonight, we'll do more. So we worked for 2 or 3 hours together, I was telling her what I was doing. I couldn't at that point show it to her. I can now. I can show people what we're doing on the internet. And she was getting more relaxed. Her pain relief was going on. It was a really great session. 2 days later, she was able to turn herself over in her bed by herself, get up on her hands and knees, stick a foot out, put it on the floor, flop into her wheelchair, and roll it into the bathroom to go to the toilet. So effectively 4 days after her stroke, she was moving again. That's magic. This is exciting stuff. My other client was a teenager. Her mother had arranged for her to go to an outdoor camp in South Africa. She got down there and she got really sick. And it was such that she couldn't travel by herself. Her mother was going to have to fly to South Africa to go get her. So she called me instead and said, see what you can do first before I have to make this, huge voyage. So I did, and I found that her daughter had had a toxic reaction to her vaccination. And so the detoxing process is what I did, and by the next day she was fine. She was able to go to camp and do just really well. I've had other sessions for the last 9 years that I have been doing this work. One woman was reacting for carbon monoxide. So interviewing her, where was that car, whatever. Turns out she had wood heat, and she'd forgotten to turn on the exhaust fan for her household. So her whole family had been being exposed to carbon monoxide. So we also address environmental concerns here. This woman was a grandmother. She had lots of grandchildren she was taking care of, raising, and she was having hearing and vision problems. And so we worked those in a session. 2 weeks later, when I came back to the tribe to do the next clinic, her grandkids, who I was working with for ADD, attention deficit disorders come charging in. Dorothy Ann, Dorothy Ann, we have to watch what we say around Grandma now. She can hear us. And she walked in. She was so proud. And she said, and I can see them too. So this is an incredible technology that we need to have out there more and more. My own specific interest in this is in concussions and traumatic brain injuries. I am excited about this area because I have had 20-year history of concussion syndrome, and 10 years without the SCIO and 10 years with. I will tell you, I wouldn't be here without it. So this is an actual picture of the brain, and this is how we can work. This is actually on the SCIO, and so I can double click in the white space and treat the whole brain. It just pulsates those energies right into the whole brain, and it balances it out. And then if there's a specific area like the speech center or all those kinds of things, I can go in and do those. Now, I had another concussion recently on the 11th of March, and you can see my symptoms there on the left. Severe headaches, 10 out of 10, really horrendous. Tremendous exhaustion, balance problems, vision distortions, cognitive issues. This is one of my worst injuries. My brain didn't work well, so I wasn't connecting the dots. I'm using the wrong words, or dates would come out of my mouth. Hesitation in my speech, all that stuff. These are typical brain injury responses. As of today, I've written this presentation today. I'm videoing it now. I'm going to upload it. And for the incubator, the Portland Incubator Experiment and the AngelList application, that's all in. I have done that all in the last month. Today's the April 15th when the applications are due. So you can tell, I hope, that I'm functioning pretty well considering I had a major concussion just over a month ago. This is part of what we do in Divine Universal Studies. This is our service area in biofeedback. We give sessions that are $150 an hour. We are now starting a subscription process where we can treat in groups at a much reduced rate. We want this available out there for many, many people who need help. So $25 for 2 hours. You subscribe monthly, and if there are family discounts, if you want to have your whole family worked on. Companies, you can subscribe separately. Same thing, we'll give you reduced rates. You'll see reduction in your stress and absenteeism among your employees and increased focus and productivity. Or you can purchase these devices. They cost $25,000 to $30,000. Online training is available. And what our big push here is, because I want the clinical trials done on traumatic brain injuries, we are writing or putting together, our plan is to create scientific research plans and create biofeedback clinics in medical schools and hospitals where doctors can do this kind of research and have training for doctors and medical schools of the future, and provide these revolutionary treatment protocols. So it's very exciting stuff, and I am so thrilled to have this opportunity to share it with you. So DivineU.net has more information. It has our plan laid out under research and investments, and you can poke around because we do other things beyond quantum biofeedback as energetic medicine. So remember, energetic medicine rocks because it works. Thanks for joining me today.